The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to What's on Your Mind. I'm your host, Russ Rhodes. I hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving holiday, long weekend. Getting all rested up now for, the next holiday season. Well, shopping season and then Christmas. But I hope you had a great holiday season. Have a guest with me this first hour. I will get to her momentarily as I remind everybody what's on your mind, brought to you by Tireman's Auto Garage, K2 Engineering, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Chestnut Ridge Counseling, Hicks and Buzz Drugstore, Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling, Gary's Auto Sales, and Bright Stripe Seal Coating and Line Striping. Up until a little more than a month ago, Amy Liston was the county clerk at the courthouse here in Uniontown. And about a week and a half ago, you might have seen her at the commissioners' meeting speaking up during public comments. So with us today, Amy Liston. Amy, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Russ. I'm glad to be here.
Absolutely. So, Amy, before you were let go, how many years were you at the county?
Well, I started as chief clerk May 14th, 2012, and I was let go October 28th, 2025, so approximately 13 and a half years.
Okay. And I think that put you, up until that day, the most senior staff within the commissioner's suite. Am I right on that?
That's correct.
Okay, all righty. So, what led you then, a couple weeks later, to decide to go to the commissioners' meeting and speak your mind for 3 minutes?
Well, it was very much, I would say, a shock to me when I was let go. And as I mentioned during my speech at the meeting, I wasn't given any progressive discipline. I wasn't suspended. I wasn't given any written warnings. There was nothing. I had a review approximately a month before where the only thing that came up in that was, don't take your vacation during the commissioner meetings. There was nothing about my performance or anything. So needless to say, it was somewhat of a shock when 2 HR representatives and a deputy sheriff came into my office at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday, shoved a paper in my face telling me I was fired to clean out my desk and leave that day.
Wow. Were you given any reason for your termination?
Well, there was a letter that was given to me which it mentioned performance, my, quote, job performance, but there were no examples of how my job performance impacted me getting fired. It was just basically attitude. They said I was tardy, which that's a whole can of worms to open up. But, I mean, needless to say, there's people that come late, leave early, whole offices that close early. I'm not the only person that was guilty of not arriving at 8 o'clock on the dot. What else? My interactions were viewed as rude and hostile, which inappropriate language in public. I mean, a lot of the stuff I didn't even, there were no examples of it.
And it would seem to me that if that's the reasoning given to you, that only happened in the last month of your employment, because as you said, you had your yearly review, and nothing was brought up at that point in time. So one would assume that everything was just hunky dory and fine. But a month later, you're gone. So must have been something within that last month.
Well, I mean, if it was job-related, it was something in the last month. I mean, I have a theory that it wasn't entirely job-related. I mean, it is a political position after all, and politics does play into it.
Yeah. Well, so let's touch on that a little bit. When you were initially hired, it was during the administration, if we want to use that term, of Commissioners Al Ambrosini, Vince Sabatowski, and Angela Zimmerlink.
Correct.
They were the ones that hired you.
Yes.
And then the next administration was Dave Lohr, Vince Visites, when he got reelected back, and Angela. And then we went to Dave Lohr, Vince Visites, and Scott Dunn. And then to our current one of Vince, Scott Dunn, and Harry Kaufman. So you've worked in that 13 and a half years under 7 different commissioners.
Yes.
And you were not under the current staff, you were not hired by either one of those.
Not one of the 3 of them, actually.
So you were not their person, so to speak.
I was not. I was not hired. Funny thing is, Russ, before I became chief clerk, I was a newspaper reporter for 20 years. And I worked at the Observer Reporter Waynesburg office for 7, and then the Herald Standard, Uniontown, and Brownsville offices for 13 years. And I always did my job fairly and honestly. I talked to both sides. I know a lot of people, because newspapers are kind of going away and it's all opinion. People don't understand. I mean, we had ethical guidelines we had to meet. You had to, you couldn't just quote somebody without saying who they were and making sure they were a good source. And I didn't do opinions. I wrote news articles, and I made sure that I was fair and honest in everything that I did.
Who, what, when, where, why, and how.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so when I became chief clerk, I interviewed for the position. I was hired. I went into it, as I had the prior 20 years, to do it fairly and honestly. And I had covered politicians and written about them, but I wasn't one. And I just thought I could do my job fairly and honestly, and it would be appreciated.
Yeah. Yes. So, and from an outsider looking in, and from talking to other folks as well, that seems like that trait doesn't exist of appreciating somebody's ability.
I don't think they appreciate fairness and honesty. I don't believe that that's the case. It seems like, to me, they hire friends, people that they feel
qualified or not.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. During my review, I had brought up, which I did mention in my speech, that there had been about a half a dozen department heads. I was considered a department head that were hired after I was in the last 13 and a half years, that either didn't have college degrees at all or were hired without the qualifications and were hired at higher salaries. And I asked about that. And the answer was simply, well, they deserve the money.
Okay.
There was no standard, apparently. Yeah. It was, they deserved the money because of who they knew, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. So, Amy, 13 and a half years. What did you learn in that time as far as expectations? So, what is it that we, the constituents, expect from our elected officials versus reality?
Well, I expected they would handle things, fairly and honestly, that if, someone was getting the job, it was because they were the most qualified or the best person for the job. And that is very rarely the case. I was just... I worked at the Observer Reporter in Waynesburg, and the politics in Greene County are different. And I'd always heard over here that, everything is corrupt. And I'm like, oh, that can't be true. That can't be true. And then I came over and I started working and seeing how things work. And what I think the constituents would be kind of shocked to learn is a lot of what you hear that they say is not true. I mean, they say, they want to do what's fair for the people and what's best for the people. And I've found it to be that is not the case. It seems like what's best for them and what's best to get them reelected.
Okay. That's a big thing there. Really. I think we do expect our elected officials to work for the greater good of, well, in this case, the county. How to best advance the county both economically and perception as well. And it is disappointing when you find out, or you come to the belief anyway, that elected person is not doing that they're just in it. How am I going to get elected in, 4 more years? I just got elected yesterday, but I got to start thinking about 4 more years from now. How am I going to best ensure I get reelected?
Well, Russ, what's kind of sad is most people, I think, the average voter maybe in Fayette County, probably don't think about the county commissioners too much, unless, your taxes are being raised or they had a big issue with solar farms. And then if it affects you, you're worried about it. But, the county employs 500 people. It's a big employer. And so you probably know somebody who works for the county or is related to somebody who works for the county. And it's just sad that the people that are elected to look out for their employees, that's their main job, is to hire and, fire county employees in the county budget. And that doesn't seem to be a priority.
Yeah.
Out of the 500 county employees, approximately 400 of them are in unions. And I'm hearing that they're trying to not give a fair raise to the union members. And, that's not right. These people live here, work here.
Right.
They deserve...
It's negotiated into their contracts.
Yes.
You mentioned a couple commissioners specifically in concerning their behavior.
During my speech.
Yes, when they thought nobody was watching or listening. And I've often said, if you want to know the true and I'm not the first one to say this. This is an old quote. If you want to know the true character of somebody, watch what they do or say when they think nobody's watching or listening. In that regards, you did bring up Commissioner Vicites using some language that's not appropriate in pretty much any sitting, and disparaging a female member of the Pennsylvania legislature.
Yes.
And then Commissioner Dunn using language in a Zoom meeting with the former Chancellor of Penn State, Fayette. And I don't know that was an open meeting, but certainly the one with Commissioner Vicites was out in the open, and certainly goes along with that adage I just mentioned. Is that just a drop in the bucket? Is that a one-off with these gentlemen in their behavior, or is that something that's
I know
ongoing?
I know there's other examples of that. And just mentioning Commissioner Vicites, it was several years ago. It may have been during the reorganization meeting about when they were selecting chairman, vice chairman, and secretary. And there was a comment that Commissioner Vicites made about not wanting to be secretary. And so I put it in the minutes because I put it in the minutes, and he, said, I don't want that in there. Please take it out. And, I'm working for the commissioners. I'm not a reporter reporting it. So, there were examples of that. And then hearing things that they've said, that maybe were not gentlemanly to other employees, other people. Those were not isolated incidents. I will say that.
Does that lead to morale? Does that contribute to morale, or worst case scenario, lack of morale?
I would say yes. I mean, I haven't been there for over a month, but because there's certain people that are shown certain given special treatment, I'll say, either more money or they can come and go as they please. The morale is not really good. I mean, and I believe you lead by example, and the example I think that they're setting is not a good one.
Okay. I just, it seems to me, again, not just from you, but from others working in the courthouse, they've been doing a purge of employees, especially in the commissioner's suite. And it seems it's almost like if you are deemed a threat to their authority in any way whatsoever, whether it's intellectually or whatever, your job is in jeopardy. Is that a fair assessment?
I would say it's a fair assessment. I mean, there was
They're wanting sycophants working for them. Yes, ma'am. That yes, men and women that aren't going to challenge what it is they wish to do.
Well, Russ, there have been employees in the courthouse that have left or been fired, and they've been brought back. And I mean, I don't understand that. I would think if someone either leaves because they no longer want to be a county employee, or they were fired because you didn't want to be a county employee, I don't know why you would want to bring them back. But I guess it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Okay. All right, Amy, got to take a quick little break. When we come back, we'll continue our conversation. Amy Liston, former chief clerk, Fayette County government, and we'll chat some more right after these messages.
Hi, folks. Sal Santori here, inviting you to tune in for our new show, 100% Truth, right here on WMBS 590 AM and 101.1 FM. We talk with neighbors about what current proposed legislation could do to our community service providers like our fire companies, VFWs, and favorite bars and restaurants, just to name a few. Join us every Sunday morning at 6, Monday drive at 5:15, and Tuesday to start your lunch at 11:15.
Hey love, I'm Tiffany from Tiffany Smith Fine Art Studios, serving up confidence boosts in Periopolis in our brand new luxury studio in downtown Pittsburgh. I'm not just here to take your picture, I'm here to help you remember who you are. Whether it's been a wild few years or you're just feeling a little blah, this is your permission slip to feel powerful again. You'll laugh, maybe cry, and leave feeling like that girl. Book your experience at TiffanySmithFineArtStudios.com because you deserve to be seen.
For professional cleaning services, Clean and Shine in New Stanton is the place for you. They provide commercial and residential cleaning, porter services, carpet cleaning, stripping and waxing, construction cleanups, and car cleaning. For free estimates, call 724-691-0413, email info@cleanandshine14.org, or visit their website, cleanandshine14.org. We clean so you can shine.
It's a new day at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, and we're bringing a new level of quality healthcare to our community. From primary care to specialty services, our team has always put patients first. And now, thanks to our merger with WVU Medicine, our commitment to patient-centered care has grown even stronger. With new resources, a growing staff, and advanced technology, our team is here to provide you with top-quality care when it matters most. Discover the new Uniontown Hospital and see how we've grown.
Well, it's time to trim the tree and maybe win some extra holiday green. Starting Thursday, just be the sixth caller to 724-438-4593 whenever you hear,
"Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree."
And you'll win 10 $3 Trim the Tree scratch-off tickets from the Pennsylvania Lottery, bursting with cheer and 5 top prizes of $30,000. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutosales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borch Jr.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest, now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. In the studio with me, Amy Liston, former chief clerk for the county of Fayette. So, Amy, I assume that the county has rules and regulations that employees must follow, handbooks.
Yes, there is an employee handbook, yes.
You can do this, you can't do that, type of thing. Or if you do this, this is how you do it, type of thing.
Right, and it spells out like reimbursement for meals if you go, on a conference or things like that, yes.
Okay. Is that meant for the entire employees of the county? And when I say employees, I mean elected officials as well.
Yes.
Because they're employees. We hired them.
And the taxpayers pay them, yes. Yes, that includes elected officials as well.
Okay. All right. Is that adhered to?
Well, I mean, just as an example, in addition to reimbursement for meals if you're on a conference, there's rules about using county vehicles.
Okay.
If you use a county vehicle, you can't claim mileage. If you claim mileage, you can't use a county vehicle. But you're only supposed to use a county vehicle when you are on county business. And I would say that rule in particular is not followed all the time. I mean, there's elected officials that use county cars all the time. In fact, there's one I heard that said that that's a perk of being in office, that as long as that particular official's been in office, that he gets to drive the county car whenever he wants.
Okay. Well, you know what? I know you're too kind to bring up I'll bring up a name. Commissioner Vasides is known to do that all the time. I know for a fact on one of his trips to Florida, which I'm not complaining about him going to Florida. You're allowed to, vacation time. That's no problem. If you have the time off, go for it. But the county car stayed in his driveway for the entire 2 weeks while he was in Florida.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I know that for a fact. So, to me, a good leader leads by example.
Yes.
And again, that seems like that is lacking. It comes down to trust in our elected officials. And I think that's lacking as well. There's an old story, and I'm not going to get this exactly right, but I think you'll get the gist of it. Little girl goes home from school crying. Mom says, "What's wrong?" "I told so-and-so a secret. I thought she was my friend, but she ended up telling everybody else." And the mom says, "Well, sweetheart, it sounds like you need a jar of marbles." And the little girl's like, "I don't follow. What do you mean?" "Well, are there friends that you trust? Well, yeah, I trust Amy. I told her this, and she never told anybody else. And Kim, we were at an event, and she says, isn't that your grandparents up in this? And this was a multiple grandparent thing, and she knew my grandparents. And they're friends. She cared about me. She cared about my family and friends. And her mom was like, "Well, that's a marble." And you want jars filled with marbles, and that's building trust with your friends. It sounds like our commissioners aren't adding marbles really to anybody's jar. Trust is to me is not one big thing. It's a lot of little things over time that build trust. And I don't see that happening in the courthouse anymore.
No. I mean, like I said, Russ, I had my yearly review, which
Right.
it hasn't happened every year, and but that's neither here nor there. But the only thing I was told at that was you can't take vacation during commissioners' weeks.
And was that a problem before?
There had been one or two times in the past where I had a vacation planned, and the commissioner meeting was moved because, as the chief clerk, I had to be at the meeting.
Yeah,
but it wasn't an ongoing problem. I mean, no. And I kind of thought it was an odd request because I would think that I would be entitled to take my vacation whenever I want. But that was
of course you worked your vacation based off the schedule that you knew it to be.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
But I mean, then nothing is brought up about, well, you need to work on this, or you didn't do that, or, whatever. There was nothing. And then I no longer have a job. I certainly had no trust there with them. I mean, it was, honestly, it was shocking. And I know what they've done to other people. There was a friend of mine she was let go at the beginning of 24, and she hadn't done anything wrong. And she lost her job. In fact, she was off on that Monday, and I guess they didn't realize she came in on a Tuesday and couldn't get her code to come in the door, and she didn't know what was wrong, and then come to find out, you don't have a job anymore.
Oh.
I mean, and it comes down to, you have to treat people with decency. I mean, unless you seem to be like, in the inner circle, you're not treated with decency. And that's not how you should treat people.
No, if you want your employees to perform not just at expectations but above expectations, you got to have a belief in them. You have to be invested in them, and not take them for granted.
Well, you might even say hello to him when you see him 2 or 3 times a day, maybe. You know?
Yeah. Well, on that regard, I'm not telling you anything new, and I'm not telling my listening audience anything new. My wife used to work at the courthouse as well. A number of years ago, her mother fell down some steps, ended up with a traumatic brain injury. To this day, neither Scott Dunn or Vince Vicides has asked my wife how her mom was doing. Not once.
Well,
and they know what happened because she missed some time to take care of her mom.
Well, I will say along those lines, in 2023, April 7th, 2023, my 18-year-old son died in a motorcycle accident, which coincidentally was Good Friday. And the commissioners did come to the funeral home. But I don't think that, with the exception of Commissioner Lohr, who is no longer there, he would ask me how I was doing. And, I had a big picture of my son in my office. In fact, he was cremated. I had a little mini urn of his ashes in my office. And neither Scott Dunn nor Vince Vicides asked me in the 2.5 years how are you doing, Amy? You know, that's not something that happens and then it's over. That's something that every morning I wake
Ongoing.
up and I should still have a son, and I don't.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and I've seen them, both of them. I mean, Commissioner Vasides missed a meeting to attend a funeral of someone who was not a relative. And Commissioner Dunn has spoken about people dying and you know, and pray for their families and that stuff. And I mean, I was the chief clerk for 13 years. I didn't get the same courtesy. As a matter of fact, at the last meeting, they had a moment of silence for fallen employees.
Which they've never done in the past.
They've never done in the past. They weren't named. It was quite strange to me. And I looked up fallen in the dictionary, and it implies either dying in war or in service, like as a first responder or something. And it's my understanding that neither of these employees, which I think I know, you know, I've heard it didn't really apply. So I don't know why that's happening. It was strange to me.
I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So, so again, trust. Yeah, you know, it's one of those things, it's one of those marbles. You know, that could have been a marble from you, that could for you. They said, how you doing? Could have been a marble for my wife. Hey, how's your mom? But it's not there. You know, people were getting more sympathy for their cat dying than for a family member.
Or somebody that they never even met, you know, that just happened to be a person who was in the fire department or something.
Right. Yeah. So, all right. Well, all right. So we've been chatting about here perception as far as versus reality in our elected officials. How do you think an elected official really, honestly, truly should behave when they're in office? How should they act? How should they perform their duties?
Well, I mean, I think it should be the way I perform my duties as chief clerk and as a reporter. Fair and honest. You have to realize when you're elected, it's not only your supporters that you represent. It's the entire county. And whether somebody voted for you or not, or you agree with them or not, you should do what's best for everybody in the county. And as I said, a lot of what the commissioners do is they are responsible for hiring employees. And if a person sees an advertisement for a job and they apply, they certainly have every reason to believe that if they are qualified and they do good on the interview, they will be hired for the job. And that's not happening. I mean, it's not fair and honest. The whole process is not fair and honest. I mean, they're hiring people that they're going out and recruiting and bringing in, and that's not how it should be. I mean, maybe I'm a little idealistic, but that's how I think it should be. I mean, I have my differences with Commissioner Zimmerlenk, but I mean, she would always, try to say that it should be a fair process, and I believe that.
Yeah. If your job is to hire people that can do a specific job, and not just do it, but excel at it, and take that position, that department to the next level. If that's your goal, then you need to hire the people that can fulfill that goal, as opposed to currying favor with somebody or somebody's family to get votes. And I think that's another thing. A good leader doesn't care about the next election, doesn't care about getting the votes. They care about what's right and what's wrong, and doing the right thing, regardless of how it affects their next election.
That's how it should be.
Yeah. But I guess it's kind of like hot dogs. you don't want to see a hot dog made. You don't want to know. You don't. And so this conversation really has been kind of telling us how a hot dog is made. We have this idea of how elected officials should be, how they should act, how they should perform. We have this idea, but this facade is coming off, and we're learning things that is not going along with that ideal of what we want our politicians to be.
Well, when I worked for the newspaper, and when newspapers, were more where you got your news as opposed to social media or whatever, people would go to meetings, and the commissioners are not supposed to just be having meetings whenever they want about whatever they want. There's certain times that they're supposed to have executive sessions, and they're not supposed to meet. And it seems to me, I would go up, and there'd be times where the door would be closed and the commissioners would be in there having a meeting. I don't know what it was about, but it seemed to happen a lot, and it wasn't being transparent like you are supposed to. That's a lot of what I think has been lost in this administration is transparency. And I don't really want to speak too much to Commissioner Kaufman because I was not there with him very long. Right. I had minimal conversations with him. I actually was kind of surprised that he signed off on my termination because he never came to me and said, hey, Amy, you're doing this or you should be doing that. That seemed very odd to me. When you're going to vote to fire somebody who's been in the job 13 and a half years and you've been there a few months, that didn't seem right. It seems like there's this facade of, whoa, we're all one big happy family and we're all a team, and that isn't how it's supposed to work either. You're allowed to disagree. You're allowed to have your own opinion.
And, well, apparently not. Apparently not. You're not allowed to have your own opinion. Again, the perception is that they want sycophants. They want yes people on there. They don't want any blowback on decisions or ideas or thoughts that they have. That's my perception. That's my view.
I had issues where I questioned things that I was being asked to do that were not in my job description, and when I asked someone else to help, I was given blowback for asking someone to help for something that should have been their job.
Yeah, okay. Amy, I got to take a quick little break, but when we come back, we'll continue this and start closing hour one of What's on Your Mind right after this.
Hey everyone, this is Josh Krysak here letting you know that it's not too late to purchase a shed, carport, or building due to the cold weather that's upon us. Ron from Ultimate Structures will explain.
Here at Ultimate Structures, we go full-time, year-round to service our customers. Don't let the cold weather discourage you from purchasing the storage building for your needs. Our manufacturers and installation crews keep chugging through the cold weather. There may be minor delays due to snow and ice, but you can be assured every attempt will be made to get your building up and ready to protect your valuables.
That is great news to hear, Ron. Our listeners can still purchase a shed, carport, garage, or building to fit their needs.
Customers can call me anytime to discuss their needs at 724-557-3281. That's 724-557-3281. We can sit down and design what you desire. Come out to our mega lot to view models to fulfill your dreams. We are Ultimate Structures, satisfying Fayette County customers since 2007.
Oak Pizza in downtown Uniontown is your one-stop shop for the most unique pizzas in the region. From the masterminds behind the Fat Angelo's franchise, Oak Pizza is the laboratory where the Fat Angelo's food scientists test their creations and let you be the judge. With traditional favorites like pepperoni and buffalo chicken pizzas to more experimental offerings like the sesame seed-infused Mad Pie or the spicy chicken pickle pizza, Oak has you covered. Order today at oakpizzas.com or by calling 724-439-5805. Your taste buds will thank you.
As the gift-giving season gets closer and near, our quaint little shop is filled with gift-giving cheer. These shelves overflowing from floor to top tier. Stop, browse, and shop. You'll think Santa's been here. Gifts made for giving or something just for yourself. You pick it, we'll wrap it, like having your own personal elf. Strap, 34 South Street in downtown Uniontown. Holiday-themed jewelry, fun fashion turquoise, handbags, boots, accessories, candles, gifts, and lots more. All wrapped up in a nice shopping environment. Very modest pricing, unique selections, friendly customer service, and fun hospitality. Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 5 and Saturdays from 10 to 3. Our 4th annual Boots, Bags, and Bling Holiday Shopping Open House is on Saturday, December 6th from 11 to 5. Refreshments, door prizes, a fun-filled event, and everyone is welcome. Strap 34 South Street in downtown Uniontown. 724-557-6184. Shop small, shop local, shop tangible, shop Strap.
Looking for a fireplace? Koval Building Supply at 40 Monroe Avenue in Uniontown is more than your plumbing supply store. We specialize in fireplaces of all fuel types, such as gas, wood, pellet, and electric. We're now featuring Harmon pellet stoves from Forge and Flame, perfect for keeping your family warm and cozy. Call Koval today at 724-437-8824 or visit kovalsupply.com to start planning for the winter season. Koval Building Supply, everything you need to make your house feel like home.
Ready to update your home? Find what you need at Zen's Construction Warehouse. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you the old-fashioned way. Zen's is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 2. 485 Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's Construction Warehouse, 724-366-8274. Or visit Zen's Construction Warehouse's Facebook page.
Zen's Construction Warehouse, our surplus, your savings.
Tune in to WMBS Saturday mornings at 8:20 for Your Financial Future with Gary Boatman, certified financial planner, investment advisory representative, syndicated columnist, and author, as he addresses such income issues as planning for retirement, future health care expenses, avoiding financial pitfalls, and much more. That's Your Financial Future with Gary Boatman, Saturday mornings at 8:20 right here on WMBS, where Gary Boatman welcomes your calls at 724-243-3075. That's 724-243-3075.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. We're with Amy Liston, former chief clerk for the county of Fayette. Again, Amy, thanks for coming on and joining us. Okay, in 13 and a half years, you worked with 7 different commissioners. What were the best qualities you saw? And what was the worst? And who was the best? I mean, I'm kind of putting you on the spot here. I know.
Well, best. I mean, Commissioner Ambrosini, and I know he was only in there 4 years, but he was one of the, he and Commissioner Zapotosky, who has been since deceased. And I did like Commissioner Zapotosky, but he ended up having some personal issues with addiction, and he was not a good boss towards the end. But Commissioner Ambrosini was always just fair and professional and respectful. And I'll never forget when he got hired or when he was elected, he didn't bring in his own person as secretary. He put the job description out, took interviews, and hired someone. I mean, in politics, that's just unheard of.
Yeah.
And I just thought the world of him for that. Commissioner Lohr was always just respectful and professional with me, and we would talk on a more personal level. After my son had died, he had lost his sister and his dad, and my son, he collected butterflies when he was a kid, and I had some of his butterfly collection in my office. And Dave's sister had his mother's butterfly pin collection, and then when his sister died, he ended up. Former Commissioner Lohr ended up giving me butterfly pins that had been his mother's because of the connection with my son, and I thought the world of that, and we had that relationship because he would come and say, "Hello, Amy, how are you today? You know, how are you doing? You know," and
marbles.
Yes, he would give. I had plenty of marbles in my jar from him. Now, Commissioner Simmerlink. I don't know if your listeners know. You may know. I mean, We've
got about 10 seconds.
She and I did not have the best relationship. She was A little bit of a micromanager.
Okay. All righty. All right. Well, Amy, love to chat some more, but we got to pay some bills around here. Plus, CBS News is coming up with the local news following. This is What's on Your Mind. Next hour, open conversation. It is 2:00.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Cammie McCormick. President Trump will be meeting with some top aides today on the situation with Venezuela and amid questions surrounding U.S. strikes on an alleged drug boat back in September. The Washington Post reported Defense Secretary Hegseth gave a verbal order to leave no survivors. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt.
With respect to the strikes in question on September 2nd, Secretary Hegseth authorized Admiral Bradley to conduct these kinetic strikes. Admiral Bradley worked well within his authority and the law, directing the engagement to ensure the boat was destroyed and the threat to the United States of America was eliminated.
West Virginia's governor gave an update today on the National Guardsman who survived last week's attack in Washington.
The family's going through a very difficult situation right now as Andrew fights to survive.
Nicole Skanga reports there are new questions about the suspect from Afghanistan who had been struggling with mental health issues.
Psychiatric trauma is really common among asylum seekers, especially veterans of U.S.-backed units like Lockenwall's. But this kind of concern from a caseworker should have triggered additional review, support, intervention, and possibly monitoring.
The caseworker wrote that he had often isolated himself and was struggling to hold a job. There have been more travel headaches today. The weather is a big reason why. A storm system is sweeping across the upper tier of the U.S. CBS's Asha Qureshi is at Chicago's O'Hare.
On the ground, flyers tell us they showed up early, packed extra patience, and have been glued to their apps. The FlightAware Misery map, which ranks airports by cancellations and delays versus on-time departures, still shows red over major hubs, including here in Chicago. O'Hare still sits at number 1 on that list. And on the roads, Illinois State Police responded to hundreds of crashes.
There is a court hearing underway in New York for Luigi Mangione, charged with murdering United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Anna Schechter reports Mangione's attorneys want some evidence excluded from the state trial.
That includes the backpack that he had on him when he was found in that McDonald's in Pennsylvania. Guess what was inside? A notebook where he was writing about his animosity towards the healthcare and the insurance industry. Also, there was that ghost gun in that backpack. Also, his lawyers are saying that police immediately started questioning him, didn't read him his Miranda rights right away. So they're saying anything he said in those first 20 minutes, and they're basing that on the body cam video, that you don't hear them reading those Miranda rights. None of that should be admissible.
On Wall Street at this hour, stocks are lower. The Dow is off 221. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Well, it's time to trim the tree and maybe win some extra holiday green. Starting Thursday, just be the 6th caller to 724-438-4593 whenever you hear,
"Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree."
And you'll win 10 $3 Trim the Tree scratch-off tickets from the Pennsylvania Lottery, bursting with cheer and 5 top prizes of $30,000. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly. You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or
Hi, come on in. How are you?
for personal, professional health care you can trust, see Dr. Paul Hardley and nurse practitioners Tara Bozek, Jessica Reckhart, and Stacy Morris, proudly serving our community for over 30 years. Need care today? Walk-ins are always welcome. For your primary care, call Dr. Paul Hartley at 724-437-1109 or visit ppcp.org. Or
serving number 3,944.
Found a beer belly can do a lot to damage a man's heart. More from reporter Christopher Cruz.
Researchers using advanced imaging found that abdominal obesity is associated with more harmful changes in heart structure and other organs than overall body weight alone, especially in men. Study leader Dr. Jennifer Early is an advanced radiology resident at the University Medical Center of Hamburg in Germany.
This type of obesity with this endocrinologically active fat
leads the heart muscle to thicken to an extent that it could actually lead to heart failure.
Christopher Cruz, CBS News.
There's a new deal between the U.S. and U.K. on pharmaceuticals. It would have the U.K. securing a 0% tariff rate on all of its medicines exported to the U.S. for 3 years. In exchange, the U.K. will spend more to produce more medicines and invest more in the U.S. I'm Cammie McCormick, CBS News.
Now the local, district, and statewide news. Being brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Keeping you warm and cozy in winter and cool and comfortable in summer with a quality Bryant gas furnace or air conditioning system. And now the news.
And good afternoon. It's 2:05. It's cloudy and 31 outside the Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Injured call today for your free consultations, 724-437-2799. Your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS. I'm TJ DeStefano. We'll have sports and weather after the news. A man is dead after getting trapped underneath his car in Fayette County. State police were called to the Uniontown home where the incident happened on Friday night. Officials believe that the man parked in his driveway and failed to put the vehicle in park, causing it to roll backwards as he tried to get out. He was pulled under one of the front wheels, according to officials. State police say family members and a bystander were able to get him out from under the car before troopers arrived. He was taken to a local hospital where he was pronounced dead. PSP is calling the death an accident so far, but it remains under investigation. Latrobe police are looking to identify a man in connection with a vehicle theft. Police shared photos of the man on social media and asked for the public's help identifying him. The vehicle theft happened last Wednesday. Anyone with information should contact Latrobe Police at 724-537-5526 or send them a private message on Facebook. The Pennsylvania Fish and Boat Commission announced that 2026 fishing licenses, permits, and gift vouchers are now available for purchase starting today. They are valid immediately and can be used through December 31st of 2026. They can be purchased online at huntfish.pa.gov or at nearly 700 retail license issuing agents across the state. Options include annual or multi-year licenses, and customers can choose to print their documents or save them digitally. The PFBC reminds all boaters to wear life jackets, especially during the mandatory life jacket requirement period from November 1st to April 30th, which applies to boats less than 16 feet, including kayaks, canoes, and paddleboards. A new study shows some unfortunate cannabis side effects are becoming more common. Tammy Trujillo has more.
Researchers at the University of Illinois, Chicago, found that ER visits for cannabinoid hyperemesis syndrome are increasing. People with CHS experience periods of intense cramps, nausea, and vomiting that can last 1 to 2 days. It's being called scromiting because the pain felt while vomiting is so bad it causes people to scream. CHS typically happens in those who have been using cannabis chronically for several years. At this point, scientists don't know yet what causes its onset. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
WMBS time now 2:08. Sports and weather. Follow this.
439-2323. For 24-hour emergency service, call us when you need. We're Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your service company.
Be prepared for bone-chilling winter weather. Have Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning install a Bryant high-efficiency furnace in your home to replace that old worn-out system you now have. Choose Bryant's Plus 90 gas furnace or other quality heating system to keep yourself and your family warm and toasty this winter. Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning will also keep your present furnace running at peak efficiency with their 15-point safety check and cleaning. Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning today for your appointment. 724-439-2323. That's Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer, Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall.
Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323.
It's In sports, tonight's the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS. As we have girls hoops for you, Southmoreland will visit Geibel. Radio and video coverage begins with the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame at 6:15. Tip-off at 7 tonight on WMBS. We'll head to the NHL following high school hoops as the Penguins, they'll take on cross-state rival the Philadelphia Flyers tonight. The Pens are 12-7-5. Monday Night Football will wrap up Week 13 tonight in the NFL. The New York Giants, they will visit the New England Patriots. Kickoff at 8:15. Steelers now 6-6. They'll visit the 6-6 Baltimore Ravens for a battle for first place in the AFC North Sunday afternoon. Kickoff at 1 on WMBS. Mike Tomlin meets with the media tomorrow afternoon.
The local, district, and statewide news has been brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant Dieter. Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall. Phone 439-2323.
The Weather Watch is being brought to you by State Farm agent Nathan Ferguson. Call Nate at 724-438-7611 for life, home, car insurance, and more. Get a free quote now.
Cloudy the rest of the afternoon, 34 for the high. The winter weather advisory begins at midnight, goes until 1 tomorrow afternoon. We'll have some rain and snow after midnight. 30 will be the low. Snow tomorrow with 1 to 3 inches expected. The high tomorrow will be 35. Right now it is cloudy and 31 at 2:11 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. On this Monday afternoon, I'm TJ DeStefano. On the way, it's hour 2 of What's on Your Mind with Russ Rhodes on WMBS.
The Weather Watch has been brought to you by State Farm agent Nathan Ferguson. Nate is there for you. Call 724-438-7611 for life, home, car insurance, and more.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
For the best lunch spot in town, visit Titlow Tavern and Grill on West Main Street in Uniontown. Serving up lunch including daily specials and daily dinner specials, including Wednesday pasta and parm nights with chicken parm for $15 and veal parm for $19. And half-priced apps and $1 off drinks during happy hour Tuesday through Friday from 5 to 7 p.m. and Saturday from 9 to 10. Titlows is also booking private parties. Call them today, 724-437-6749, or order online.
Are you looking for personalized healthcare you can trust? At Montgomery Medical, they're accepting new patients.
Hi, I'm Dr. Betty Thomas. Having a primary care provider means better overall health, from preventative care to managing chronic conditions. We're here to support you every step of the way.
That's right. Hi, I'm Jenna Lutzka, a physician assistant. Plus, we have same-day appointments and walk-in same-day care available too. We're here for you.
Join the Montgomery Medical family today by calling 724-569-8100 to schedule your appointment. A family tradition of family medicine.
Caring for an aging parent or a loved one with medical needs? FACT, Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation, can help. Seniors 65 and older ride free on our fixed routes. People with disabilities get discounted shared rides. And if your loved one has medical assistance, their trips to doctors or treatment are covered under the shared ride program. Give them safe, reliable independence and yourself peace of mind. Call 724-628-RIDE or visit factbus.com. FACT, your community, your connection.
Having Hicks & Baugh's Drugstore in Uniontown means reliability, quality, and service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller gladly answer healthcare questions and take care of your prescription needs. This is flu season. Call Hicks & Baugh's at 724-437-2828 and ask about flu shot availability and other vaccines. Free prescription delivery, mail-out service, and dependable courteous service are Hicks & Baugh's way of doing business. Hicks & Baugh's Drugstore, 304 Morgantown Street. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday till 3, closed Sunday.
It's a
new day at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, and we're bringing a new level of quality healthcare to our community. From primary care to specialty services, our team has always put patients first. And now, thanks to our merger with WVU Medicine, our commitment to patient-centered care has grown even stronger. With new resources, a growing staff, and advanced technology, our team is here to provide you with top-quality care when it matters most. Discover the new Uniontown Hospital and see how we've grown.
This is Steve Neubauer. This holiday season, let's come together to support those in need. Join us at Neubauer's Market House on Saturday, December the 6th from 10 a.m. to 12 noon and make a meaningful impact by donating a toy to Toys for Tots, contributing toys, diapers, or monetary gifts to Hope's House, or pet supplies to Fayette Friends of Animals. As a token of our appreciation, enjoy a free donut and a steaming cup of coffee. Plus, don't miss the chance to hear WMBS broadcasting live from the event. Bring your friends, spread the word, and let's show our community that we care. Mark your calendar, rally your friends, and join us at Neubauer's Market House on Saturday, December the 6th from 10 a.m. to noon. Together we can make this holiday season brighter for those who need it most. Neubauer's is located at 36 East Church Street in downtown Uniontown.
Your local station, WMBS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Welcome back to Hour 2 of What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. We're going to go with open conversation this hour. Give me a buzz on the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593. We are brought to you by Bright Stripes, seal coating and line striping, Gary's Auto Sales, Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling, Hicks and Baugh's Drugstore, Chestnut Ridge Counseling, Coldwell Banker at Laurel Ridge Realty, K2 Engineering, and Tireman's Auto Garage. Couple things on my list. 6-6. That is now the Steelers' record heading into next week's game against the Baltimore Ravens. The Steelers lost 26-7 to the Buffalo Bills yesterday. I am so thankful. I'm so thankful that I did not watch the game. I listened to it on the radio as I was driving. Because if I was watching it, I might not have a TV to watch in the future. To say they stunk is putting it mildly. The Steelers had the ball for 18 minutes and 1 second out of 60. The Bills, 41 minutes, 59 seconds. The Steelers managed a total of 166 yards of offense and gave up 372 yards. 259 of that was rushing yards. They absolutely stunk up the joint. There was no passion. There was no fire. There was... I can't even say they were going through the motions. They were just there. And to me, Mike Tomlin has lost this team. He no longer has the words to inspire this team. And I truly believe it is time for Mike Tomlin to go. It's time for in the words of Chuck Noll, he needs to get on with his life's work. It's time. In his comments after the game, he was pretty much asked, where do you see the problems that need to be addressed? And he said, well, we'll be looking at everything, which is his common answer for that. He needs to add on to that, we'll be looking at everything, including myself. I wonder if he realizes that he needs to take a look in the mirror and say that he's part of the problem. So I honestly don't think the Steelers are going to make the playoffs. They're heading into Baltimore next week. Yeah, I know Baltimore is not that good. In fact, the whole division is not that good. But we're going into Baltimore. Can they win? Sure. Absolutely they can win. They've won in Baltimore before. It's possible they're going to win this coming week. I honestly don't see it. I don't. And you know what? Cincinnati. Now I know we've beaten Cincinnati twice, so we're done playing with them. But they put a hurting on Baltimore earlier last week. They put a hurting on them. If Cincinnati continues playing like that and the Steelers play like they did yesterday, Cincinnati's going to catch the Steelers. Wouldn't that be a real kick in the pants if the Steelers ended up tied for second place with Baltimore winning the division, or worse, ending up in third place in the division? And if that's the case, is that absolutely the nail in the coffin for Mike Tomlin being the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers? I hope it doesn't take that. But my hope is that the Steelers realize that Steeler management, Steeler ownership realizes it's time to move on from the Mike Tomlin era. All righty. A threat intelligence firm by the name of Synthient has discovered that 1.3 billion unique passwords have been hacked. And 2 billion unique email addresses have also been hacked. So, it is strongly recommended that you go and change your passwords, especially when it comes to your financial information that you may have stored on your computer. That just, make sure you take care of that. Excuse me. Now that the federal government is back up and running, the Department of Agriculture, which handles SNAP payments, supplemental, food stamps. I know that's an old term. But now that it's back, the Agriculture Department has put into effect now its new requirements for people to qualify for SNAP requirements. Those include raising the age limit from 54 to 64 for people that, for recipients, you either have to work, train for work, or volunteer at least 80 hours a month to qualify for SNAP benefits. I think I mentioned this one earlier. this year they have in checking rolls, recipient rolls, they have found 186,000 deceased individuals continued to receive SNAP benefits, and 500,000 were receiving benefits in more than one state. So having to basically reapply, and it's the administration trying to get a handle on fraud and lowering the cost of this program. Also, over the weekend, apparently President Trump had a conversation with Venezuela President Nicolas Maduro and said, leave your country now while you have a chance. Said, it's time for you to leave. It's time for new leadership in Venezuela. At the same time, President Trump is suggesting that all airspace above and surrounding Venezuela be closed to commercial traffic. So he's trying to put a bigger stranglehold on the country of Venezuela in hopes of a regime change there. There's still speculation as to whether boots on the ground is going to go into Venezuela. I don't think so myself. I may be wrong, but that's my own personal opinion. President Trump has made it clear, campaigned on that. He's following through in his administration. He has made it clear that one of his top missions is to stop the flow of dangerous illegal drugs into this country. And has been determined by this administration that Venezuela is one of the prime culprits for bringing drugs into this country. So this is just a step. I've read statistics that 100,000 Americans die every year from drug overdoses. If that's more than we have lost in wars. That's more, quite a lot more than what we lost in the attacks on 9/11. We demanded retribution for those attacks on 9/11. We wanted revenge, find the perpetrators, and do away with them. Aren't drug dealers in that same category? I mean, we lost roughly 3,000 fellow citizens on 9/11. We lose 100,000 a year due to drug overdose. It's the equivalent of a plane going down every day. If a plane did go down every day, wouldn't we be demanding something be done to the airline industry to fix it? To put an end to airplane crashes, or to greatly decrease airplane crashes? Why are we not doing the same thing when it comes to drugs and drug dealers? This administration is trying to, and yet they get blowback for it. So your thoughts on that and the president's handling his solution to the drug smuggling that takes place. And that includes a controversial solution of bombing boats in the Caribbean or the Gulf of America, Gulf of Mexico, however you want to refer to it, of suspected drug runners heading to the United States with their product. So your thoughts on that? Also, I want to thank Amy Liston for joining me in the first hour as we talked about county government and the type of leadership that you and I truly deserve. And in my opinion and in Amy's opinion, we don't have. So people that think they are, I don't know, above it and don't have to play by their own rules. 724-438-4593. Let's get our first call of the afternoon. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hello, Russ.
Hey, Franklin.
You were talking about drug deaths. You said about 100,000 a year in the U.S.
That's what I've read, yes.
Yeah, the total casualties in the Vietnam War from the late 50s to 1975 were roughly 58,000.
Yeah.
Traffic deaths a year are about, I think, 34,000 in the U.S. So, yes, the drug epidemic is a horrible, horrible thing. And for the most part, now this is not deaths from hospital mistakes. This is people self-medicating, right?
Yes.
You're talking about?
Yes.
I mean, the deaths from people being misprescribed all sorts of things and dying from operations gone wrong and operations they didn't need. That's a different category of medical death, but most of these are opioids and synthetic opioids like fentanyl. And when did it start? Two things happened in this country back in the 90s, well, actually after 9/11. One was the medical industry saying that oxycodone was not addictive if used properly, and that clinics could advertise. There were pain clinics everywhere advertising, you have the right to not be in pain.
Right.
So a lot of it was self-inflicted. But here's the story you may not realize. When we went into Afghanistan, the poppy fields were under control. The Taliban does not like people using drugs. And they were destroying the poppy fields, much to the chagrin of the population. And we went in and we wanted to get the hearts and minds of the locals.
Mm-hmm.
So we showed them better ways to grow poppies, and we protected their poppy fields. And all that opium came on the market at the same time. Oxycodone became a cash cow for certain drug manufacturers. And that opium turned into heroin, very, very cheap, high-grade heroin, and oxycodone. And this is what caused it. 9/11 caused it.
Okay.
Now, you can look into that. It's all out there online. It's not a conspiracy theory, but our Army literally went in and showed them better ways to cultivate poppies and protected them. All that stuff came on the market, and suddenly heroin that in the United States had been of inferior grades made in labs in Mexico, the so-called brown sugar, became China white.
Mm-hmm.
And very, very inexpensive.
Okay.
And very addictive and very deadly. So this is a self-inflicted wound. It's a terrible thing.
Yeah.
A terrible, terrible thing. And what's coming from Venezuela is cocaine. I don't necessarily like the way the president's going about it, but when those speedboats are hit, go online, and it's not in the mainstream media, but bags of cocaine wash up on the beach, in particular in the Dominican Republic, 2-kilo bags. You know, it's probably a good time of year to go beachcombing down there. You don't need a metal detector. But yeah, the stuff comes to the DR, and then it's repackaged and comes into the U.S. That's where they're headed. And you just look at how many, the people just pick them up all the time. Mm-hmm. This is a real thing. Yeah. And President Trump's been great about stemming the tide of fentanyl into the U.S., which comes from China.
Right.
And is really done to destroy and weaken our population. Yeah. The Chinese, I think we're learning, are not our friends.
No, they're not. So, but yeah, no, and I think you're probably finding partnerships too that weren't there, 10, 15, 20 years ago. And by that, I mean, the warlords over in Afghanistan becoming allies with the cartels in Venezuela, Colombia, Mexico. And, so there's a new pipeline there, if you will, as well.
You mean there's a unified Afghani...
yeah.
Well, that could be true. I don't know the extent of it. I know that much of the opium that was grown in Afghanistan just, some was sold to drug companies and some was, creatively repurposed into Henry the Horse.
Yeah. All right. Okay, Frank, you had a good Thanksgiving?
Yes. Good. Better than the Steelers did.
Oh, yeah. So.
Yes, that truly was. The first half was not bad, but it's truly pitiful. They don't know how to run the ball, and
they don't know how to change in mid-course.
They don't seem to learn.
No. Here's our game plan, and we're sticking with it come hell or high water.
That was part of it, but I mean, the quarterback got knocked out, and I think they broke his nose. Mason Rudolph came in and threw an interception.
Yes, yeah.
And consequently, the Steelers had no time of possession in the second quarter.
No.
And the defense at the very end, I mean, they were just beaten down.
They were tired.
Even T.J. Watt, he couldn't take it anymore.
No.
They were really, really smashed, and maybe it's a wake-up call to somebody.
Well, hopefully it's a wake-up call to the ownership. This one, I mean, when you have the fans booing Renegade.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So, but hey, Frank,
and that's it's even more embarrassing that it was a home game.
Yes,
so.
Very much so. But hey, Frank, I got to run. But thank you for your call. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day. Bye-bye. Hey, got to take a quick little break. When we come back, more conversation, open conversation, 724-438-4593.
Route 21 Furniture, take the road to your perfect home.
Sleep well tonight. Try out a new mattress from Route 21 Furniture with a large selection of mattresses, all sizes and comfort levels, with great prices, free local delivery and setup, and financing options. Route 21 Furniture. Open weekdays 9 to 5, Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday noon to 4. 724-737-2222 or Route21Furniture.com.
Route 21 Furniture. Take the road to your perfect home.
Your mental health is your most valuable asset. With 55 years of experience serving Western Pennsylvania, Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services is ready and able to assist you with all of your mental health needs. Offering over 20 specialized treatments, open access, and just-in-time scheduling means that you receive the treatment you need in a time-conscious fashion. Chestnut Ridge Counseling now offers telehealth, mental health urgent care with immediate access to a mental health professional with no appointment necessary. Call 724-437-0729. That's 724-437-0729 For mental health Urgicare at Chestnut Ridge Counseling. Outpatient care options include individual, group, and family therapies, mental health and psychiatric evaluations, and medication services. Outpatient care and services are also available for patients under the age of 18, geared towards youth-centric problems and concerns. Take control of your mental health care with Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services. Call 724-437-0729 to set up an appointment or speak immediately with a mental health professional.
And you'll see there's a whole new Ford for you and me.
Ready, set, Ford. Thurby's Riverside Ford is pleased to announce the 2025 model year-end sales event going on now. If you've been waiting for the perfect time to upgrade your ride, this is it. For a limited time, get 0% APR for 60 months on some of Ford's most popular models. That's right, Explorer, F-150, Super Duty, Escape, and Transit vans. All with 0% for 60 months, no money down.
Looking for a great lease instead? We've got the deals for you and the inventory too. Lease a new 2025 Ford Bronco Sport Big Bend for $399 per month, or for just $499 per month, lease a new 2025 Ford Explorer Active, F-150, STX, or Bronco Big Bend. Offer valid for 36-month lease with 10,500 miles per year. Ford financing required. Tax and license extra. First payment due at sign.
It's all happening right now, but hurry in. These offers won't last long. Stop in and see Joey, Jimmy, Sammy, or Ashley at Thurby's Riverside Ford, your presidential award-winning dealer located 1 mile past the casino at Nemacolin. Offer ends January 5th, 2026.
Casey's Sports Cafe, located at 243 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown and owned by the Vernon family, wants you to know they have new hours. Monday and Friday from 7 to 3, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday 7 to 7, and Saturday and Sunday 7 to 2. Come on into Casey's and check out their new menu ideas and entrees. They can also cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. Call 724-550-4126. Casey's, the best in Fayette County.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility combined with our personalized approach is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borges.
Your local station, WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm your host, Russ Rhodes. It is Open Conversation. The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line is 724-438-4593. So I hope everybody in our listening audience had a great Thanksgiving holiday with all the food you love. And it was better tasting than you have ever remembered it being. So I hope you had a great time. I had a great time here Friday evening with Christmas on the Square in downtown Uniontown. Matt Sapienza and I doing the live remote with the parade and all the other festivities taking place. Had a great time with that. A lot of people showed up down there. A number of people stopped by our little table there and said hi. So had a great time. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you weren't able to make it downtown, you stayed home in the warmth and comfort of your home, basking in leftovers from the day before. So, the holiday season now I guess is officially kicked off, and I hope it's been a good start for you. It's a little warmer today. 31 degrees right now is what the WMBS Weather Center is indicating. So it did get a little chilly on Friday night, but it's all good. It was a fun evening. Black Friday sales, did you take part in that? did you head out to the stores, the malls, the outlets? Where did you head off to? And, of course, today is Cyber Monday. I think I read that they're expecting $11 billion in sales online for Cyber Monday today. So are you going to be one of those buyers? Or, Black Friday sales, is no longer solely the day after Thanksgiving. It seems their Black Friday sales have started a couple weeks ago. So have you already pretty much got your purchases taken care of? 724-438-4593. Hello, and welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hello, Russ.
Yes, sir.
It's Mark calling.
How you doing, Mark?
Fine. Yeah, I was watching the game yesterday too. Second half, I just started making my linguine. I missed Rudolph's, I guess, interception, and I guess Aaron got a broken nose too. I noticed that. After I turned the TV set back on.
I don't know if he got a broken nose. Apparently, on that, strip sack. When he got tackled into the ground, apparently his helmet shifted, and the edge of his helmet came down under the bridge of his nose and caused a nice gash. Now, whether that broke it or not, I don't know. But that's apparently where the blood was coming from, was a gash on his nose.
Yeah, I figured, it really wasn't worth watching. That's why I started making my linguine,
Yeah.
But I tell you what, if Tomlin doesn't start that Howard, I don't understand. I mean, they ought to fire him if he doesn't start Howard. Give the kid a chance. He can't do any worse.
You know what? And it just might light a spark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean...
yeah.
We'll find out really what kind of coach he is Sunday. If he doesn't start Howard, I mean, what is Donald Trump would say, what have you got to lose?
Yes, exactly.
At
this point in time, what do you have to lose?
Yeah.
They take on the Ravens twice. The Detroit Lions are in there. Miami Dolphins, who are starting to get hot. They're putting things together. And do we still play Cleveland, or are we done with Cleveland? Who am I missing? We've got.
I got a little schedule here, Russ, on my little bulletin board. Let me take a look here. Let me take a look. Cleveland. December the 28th.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, at this point in time, that's not a gimme.
I mean, Sunday we're going to have Rodgers against Lamar Jackson, and Derrick Henry, the Beast, against. Well, I like the guy, Jalen Warren. He's okay. I love him, that little running back. But he's. I mean, look how we're outgunned. I mean, how can I put it? We're outgunned.
Yes.
Yeah,
and and I know people are going to come back and say, "Well, we never should have gotten rid of Pickens. He's just having a great time." And you know what? I know a lot of people say, can you imagine having Pickens and DK Metcalf? Well, we only got DK Metcalf because they knew that they were getting rid of Pickens. And if Pickens truly was a disruption in the locker room, I agree. He needed to go.
Yeah.
If Tomlin's not willing to sit on him and put him in his place, then he needs to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, one last thing. All this stuff about Pete Hegseth. The liberal media is on him now about these boats down there. And we hear him saying, "Oh, you ought to be held accountable," and war crimes. Hey, let him start with Putin first. Get that mess cleared. Yeah, get that mess cleared up before you come after our Secretary of Defense.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say to them about that.
And by the way, the courts have said it's okay to do it.
Oh.
And again, I'm going to come back if a bomb had been dropped or a terroristic threat or act of terrorism occurred on our shores, and we knew it was coming from Venezuela, we'd retaliate.
Yeah.
We have drugs coming here from Venezuela. We are at war. It is a drug war. We're going to take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder who's picking up those kilos of cocaine or whatever is washing up on shore down there.
Yeah, I don't know. But is that happening? Probably. But I think it's nowhere near the amount that was on its way here originally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Okay, Russ. That's all I got for today. Got to reheat my linguine here.
Well, okay. Is it just linguine, or do you have
I make it with I had like a salmon with it with clams and mushrooms and a good bit of butter too. I cooked up the butter and
that goes without saying. Yes.
Yeah, and the garlic, of course. Got to have the garlic.
Got to have the garlic. Absolutely. Got to keep the vampires away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I don't want to get my red glass of wine here too warm. We got to start on that right now.
All righty. Okay.
All right, Russ.
Thanks
Bye-bye.
for your call. Appreciate it. Bye-bye. Hey, going to take my last break of the afternoon. So when we come back, both lines are open. Give me a call on the WVU Medicine Uniontown talk line, 724-438-4593. And you and I together will close out hour 2 after this.
Watch The Catholic Accent this Sunday morning at 11:30 on WPXI. As we begin the season of Advent and prepare our hearts for the light of the world, learn why we celebrate this season as we move toward Christmas, and how your family can participate in this season of hope. Discover what we know about Mary, the Mother of Christ, her role in the Nativity, her travels across the diocese, and how she continues to care for those in need during this season of hope. Tune into The Catholic Accent this Sunday morning at 11:30 on WPXI.
Zen's Antiques and Home Decor, part of the Cinder Shack family of vendors, where you can find both antique and new furniture, collectibles, housewares, gift items, including jewelry and candles, and so much more. Follow Zen's Antiques and Home Decor on Facebook for new items and information on upcoming events. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor in Building 2 at 3391 National Pike in Farmington. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor.
Uniontown Liquidation Outlet wants to thank you for wearing our special Fayette 2025. Come shop with us for the lowest prices around. We have toys, home goods, tools, electronics, and much more. We offer layaway, so stop in today and ask us how it works. We are located inside the Uniontown Mall.
The Uniontown Liquidation Outlet. Visit us on Facebook, Uniontown Liquidation Outlet.
Hope to see you soon.
If you're in the market for a power lift recliner for a person with special needs, or just a power recliner, Chesler's Fine Furniture is your headquarters with the biggest stock and biggest selection, and all for immediate delivery. Select from Lazy Boy, Catnapper, and Mega Motion in a variety of sizes, styles, and features. Some have heat and massage and power headrests, or select a total lay flat model with feet elevated. Chesler's has fabrics and a variety of textures and colors. There is surely one to fit your needs. And remember, Chesler's services all recliners that are purchased there. Power lift recliners start at $7.99, and regular power recliners start at $6.59. Credit terms, layaway, and delivery are available. Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 in Uniontown, where customers send their friends. Oak Pizza in downtown Uniontown is your one-stop shop for the most unique pizzas in the region. From the masterminds behind the Fat Angelo's franchise, Oak Pizza is the laboratory where the Fat Angelo's food scientists test their creations and let you be the judge. With traditional favorites like pepperoni and buffalo chicken pizzas, to more experimental offerings like the sesame seed-infused Mad Pie or the spicy chicken pickle pizza, Oak has you covered. Order today at oakpizzas.com or by calling 724-439-5805. Your taste buds will thank you. WMBS high school basketball coverage is proudly sponsored by the law firm of Goodwin Como. Voted Fayette County's best attorney, Benjamin F. Goodwin and the award-winning Goodwin Como team have been trusted by your friends and neighbors for nearly 2 decades. From estate planning and administration to personal injury, workers' compensation, property matters, family law, and criminal defense, they deliver dedicated, personalized representation when it matters most. With 2 convenient offices in Uniontown and Bell Vernon, visit GoodwinComo.com or call them at 724-438-1616 for your free initial consultation. Goodwin Como, righting wrongs, securing justice.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. We've got about 5 minutes left in today's show. Plenty of time for you to give me a buzz. 724-438-4593. So just looking ahead on programming notes. So by the way, tonight is Pens Flyers game. We'll be joining that in progress because we're going to be bringing you some high school basketball. So when those games are over, we'll bring you the Penguins game. But moving ahead to Saturday, Championship Saturday in college football, and not the big championship. I'm referring to the conference championship games. One of the big ones, the Big Ten. Ohio State, number 1 Ohio State, will be going up against number 2 Indiana University. WMBS is going to carry that game Saturday evening. So that should be a great game. Both teams undefeated, 12-0, heading into the college playoff season. And right now, Ohio State is favored by about 5.5 points or so. That probably will change somewhat a little bit as the week progresses. But that should be a great game, and I'm looking forward to that. Brian, of course, our general manager, he's an alum of Ohio State, and I think we know where his allegiance is. I, on the other hand, I will be rooting for IU. Neither one of us has approached the other about a little bet. That might take place, though. I don't know. I don't know what that would mean, what that would look like, but maybe. Who knows, huh? So anyway, college football heading our way. In 2 weeks, by the way, is the Army-Navy game, and this year it's being held in Baltimore. So I always look forward to the Army-Navy game. I am not going this year, but I'll be watching that game on TV as well. All right, 724-438-4593. Both lines are open. We still have some time for conversation, so give me a buzz. Would love to hear from you. So I started talking about, Cyber Monday, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So do you wait until these 2 days or this, we'll call it a long weekend, to do a lot of your holiday shopping, or have you already taken care of that? So how does all of this work for you? Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hi, it's Mark from Columbusville here.
Hey, Mark, how are you?
Good. I was listening to you guys down at the square. I guess you were with the mayor, too, huh?
Well, he did stop by. Yes, he did.
Yeah, I heard him speaking, and he put on his headphones backwards.
Yeah. Matt got him taken care of.
Yeah. Then, how are you guys warm down there?
Well, I was. I dressed appropriately. Matt, not so much.
Yeah.
and just watching him suffer added to my warmth.
I noticed he's talked about different times. He always mentions breaking or falling icicles. He always says, I'll be having icicles breaking off of my hat.
Okay.
And then he mentioned icicles. But hey, I just called everything went great on my end up here. Greatest turkey that I ever had, fresh one, and it was the best gravy. And of course, a lot of people couldn't make it. It was just me and my wife and my doggy.
Okay.
But hey, good going, and hope to see you around Christmas or something. Who knows what?
Well, we'll be around somehow, some way.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Right. Okay, Mark. Thanks for your call. Appreciate it. Bye-bye. All right. I'd give you the phone. Well, I'll still give you the phone number so you can write it down for tomorrow, 724-438-4593. But we are very quickly running out of time. So we'll save any additional phone calls for tomorrow when I'll be back for another edition of What's on Your Mind and some open conversation as well. Again, thanks to Amy Liston for joining me in the first hour and for the calls we did have on the second hour. Thank you. CBS News is next. News from around the world, around the country, and then TJ with the local news, sports, and weather. This is WMBS Uniontown. It's 3 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Cammie McCormick. Amid questions from lawmakers on both sides about the strikes on alleged drug boats and one specific case in which survivors were reportedly killed, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt weighed in today.
Admiral Bradley worked well within his authority and the law, directing the engagement to ensure the boat was totally destroyed and the threat to the narco-terrorists to the United States